What's going on, people? Welcome to the Flex and KG show. What's going on?
What is going on?
Hey, we got a big guest with us. Obviously, he is no stranger to the United View, but he's a stranger to the Flex and KG show. We've got Ajax from We Talk Ajax with us. What are you saying, bro?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here, man. Let's do this.
Listen, you came up, like a true, in Ruud van Nistelrooy form. The tap-in merchant. We've been trying to get to 99K. He says, I'm here. Tap in. We made it, bruv. He did it.
100%. And that's what we've got to say for the community. If you're just joining us, first of all, smash a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe. But we have just hit 99,000 subscribers.
Let's go.
Big up. And you know what? SL clocked it. He says you're early. That's right. I've made a decision.
Not just SL, someone else said it as well.
Oh, someone else said it, yeah?
Yeah. Raz said,
oh, yeah. Hold on. I see that.
Raz was like 1 minute, bro. The comments.
There you go. Raz said it. Raz said it. So what I will say is I've made a decision. The more subscribers we get and the more we grow, the professionalism is going up. Not from KG. No.
I was gonna say, bruv, I can't commit to that, bruv.
No.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm talking about. I could talk about my own conduct.
Yeah. I've got.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, this is gonna be a wicked show because Ajax. The last time we spoke, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. Then the time before that, it was 4 months ago. I feel like every time I've spoken to you, we're a little bit closer to taking your manager. Like every time, it's getting closer and closer.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, bro, you're the guest. We'll get into a lot of Ten Hag stuff, but how are you feeling? You're an Ajax fan in and amongst all of this. He is, you've explained to me how much you love him and how well loved he is in Ajax. And you've seen all the developments. Me and you've been on Twitter. We've been talking. How are you feeling?
Yeah, this is difficult, man. It's like, how is Man United feeling when one of the star players is moving, is going away. So it's painful, but also a little bit proud, because this guy has done so much for Ajax, for our club. And it's the same with the transfer of great players and talents from the club. We're always proud. So I hope if he moves to Manchester United, you guys just get a lot out of him and he brings you joy and great football, so that he can continue his legacy at your club. And if he does the same as he did at our club for years, I think you guys will be fine. But it's always difficult to say goodbye to those kind of persons, So I'm a bit sad, but also excited to follow Man United closer as I'm doing at the moment. And hopefully he can bring you guys a lot of great football and joy.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't be smiling at somebody's pain in it. But it makes me happy to see that you're in pain, as mad as that sounds for the first time. But I gotta be real, because when a club or fans are happy to see someone go, like there's a few PSG fans that will call in my show, tell me, what, can't wait for Poch to go. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want you just wanting to come to us. I want you not to be sad about it. So this is a great feeling. Now,
for me, not so much, but for you guys, I think this is a confirmation that he's a great coach, because otherwise we'll be saying bye-bye, good luck at Manchester United, good riddance, But that's not the case. So, I can imagine that you feel some joy in my sadness.
Honestly, I do. I'm not going to lie to you.
You are shameless.
I know, bro. I can't change. Listen, Flex tried to sit me down. They tried to have a HR meeting with me before this. Before we've done this, he goes, all right, he's new to you. Take it easy. I goes, Flex. I'm gonna be me. So I got some real questions for you. Donnie van de Beek, yeah?
Yeah.
We were told to look after him by Edwin van der Sar. We didn't. I apologize on the behalf of Man United Football Club. Do you believe that there's a way back for Donnie? Will Ten Hag play him? Will he see him as a big piece into his building here?
I can definitely see him having a big role at Manchester United next season. I mean, let's be honest. Fred is doing pretty good under Rangnick. It's maybe one of the few players that actually played better than under Oli. And I think if he replaces McTominay and Fred takes more on the defensive role, I think you have a beautiful player there on the 8th position that can connect the attacking midfield with the defensive midfield. And he just has to grow a little bit stronger in his defensive part. But with his passing ability, he will be pivotal for you guys. And I think, McTominay out and Donnie in with a little bit more football towards the front players, I think this is a good thing. And you can count on Erik ten Hag to streamline it and to make the tactics well known by all the players, that they will not be complaining that what is my role at the club, like Pogba, So they will all know what they have to do, and they will bring the quality. And Donnie definitely has the quality to perform well. You should check some of his matches in the Champions League when he was still playing at Ajax.
This is what I need to.
Wait, I need to intervene here. Wait there, because. Well, first of all, bound for the reload says, yes, let's go. Also, big up Ajax. Love this guy. Big up to yourself. Thanks for the super chat there, bound for the reload. The first thing is KG, you have to be careful what you say to him, Ajax, now, because he will take, it's too late already, because now already he's like, oh my God, Donnie's back. We're going to be amazing. We're going to, you know what I mean? He's going to be this.
I'm going to take it easy, Flex. I've still got
you did say plan. Everyone needs to carve. You said it.
Yeah, I got a 5-year plan. I'm just asking about certain players because Donnie has only played like 5 games for us. Yeah, he will literally be like a new signing. You know when they say that usually when a player comes back from the injury? No, he hasn't played for Man United. There's not a lot of pictures of him wearing the kit.
Only on the bench. There's loads of kit in the bib.
In the bib.
Pictures with the bib,
mad warm-up pictures.
And the training kit.
They actually had this sad joke, and I couldn't laugh much about it, but I did a bit. With the team viewer on the chest, like the sponsor, and he was always at the bench, viewing the team. So this was quite sad, but it made me laugh a little bit. But hopefully he will be on the pitch more next season.
Okay, so this is the next question that's coming your way. And a lot of people are really interested in this. So me and Flex have children at this club, and I just want to ask you if our children are likely to feature in Ten Hag's proposed side. So one of our first children to mention is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What's the likelihood out of 10? What's the likelihood that we'll see one of our kids, like my first child, starting? Is what are we saying? What are we looking at?
It's the Pope Catholic, man. Your fullbacks. It's like choosing between the greater evil, or the lesser evil. And I think all of the 4 fullbacks are not the greatest fullbacks, to be honest. But I do like Diogo Dalot and what was the other guy's name?
Telles.
I like them better than Shaw and Bissaka. So I'm sorry to to say this, KG, but I'm not a big fan of Wan-Bissaka. He's always going forward, not delivering anything to the attack, and without a plan. And Ten Hag needs players with a plan, So I'm
Ajax.
Sorry to you, man.
Ajax. I think the real question is this one. Since KG's made it into this,
kids, we're gonna
we're gonna get into that. No, but while we're on your kids, I just want to say, Ajax.
Yeah.
Would Wan-Bissaka be able to play for your team?
Swap deal for Timber.
No, I do not know, because we have.
He doesn't want him drop the bomb.
Well, I need dollars, at those. Compare him with Mazraoui, and he will be a bargain steal for Bayern München or maybe Barcelona. If you see the combination play between Anthony and Mazraoui, I think he will break a few limbs and a few bones if he tries to do that, Wan-Bissaka, because they're like dancing, like samba. And I cannot see him do this. He will fumble over his own 2 legs, I'm afraid.
All right. I heard you. It's very clear. I understand. No, he's not in. That's fine. Shaw's not in. Now, a lot of people, again, Varane. What is the situation? Just Varane, because Varane is one of Flex's.
This is not even a question.
No, we have to ask, bro. We have to ask about the kids.
With Ten Hag. All right, cool. All right, fair enough. That's true. Let's keep
Varane? Is Varane a Ten Hag defender? with that Maguire? Would he look at that? Is that the partnership he'll probably look at, or do you think he'll want to strengthen Lindelof, Maguire? None of these guys will fit what he's looking for.
You're seriously asking me if he will choose for Maguire? Would you choose for Maguire from the defenders you have?
I never wanted to choose Maguire. If I had my way, I'd send him to Ajax and tell him.
We've seen Martinez. No, but seriously, I've spoken with Flex about this before. Varane is a true baller, but I saw the match against Leicester this weekend, and he was not looking that good in the goal that you got against you, the conceded goal.
Now they kicked him, Ajax. They kicked him in his leg. He hurt himself.
A little bit. No, that's the second one, but the first one with the cross, he didn't mark his man quite well. But I do think he has a lot of potential, and he's a true baller from Real Madrid. And I think he will probably be one of the featured centre backs.
Okay.
I do not have that much faith. I do not want to bash him again in Maguire. He's getting bashed already a lot, I think, by everybody in England at the moment. So except for your national team manager, he's like helping him out a bit. That's a different story. But he will not start, I'm afraid. So it will probably be Lindelof and maybe, what was the other guy's name? You have Maguire, Lindelof. You have another guy.
Varane and
Bailly.
Yeah, or Bailly. I think they will be above him in the pecking order.
Wow. But then I noticed, is your manager quite stubborn? Because the other day he called out the fans. We saw Daily Blin, I think he might have got booed in recently, and yes. he was on the fans, quite vocal with the fans. Should we be expecting that he could be like that if he decides to stick with Maguire? Will he come out against the United fans, or do you reckon he done that because his feet are under the table at Ajax and no one's going to push back?
He's fearless in that case. He just says what he thinks, and he will definitely give some feedback to the fans if they misbehave. And to be honest, it's a shame, your own supporters like booing a player of your squad, because I'm of the opinion that the 11 players that play, even if you're not the biggest fan of them, you should always support them. So there's just no, it's just not good if the fans do that. So he will definitely say something. And I think he will have the balls to make rough decisions. I actually, in Holland, we've been following the news also. And they say that he's not in a hurry to sign at United because he wants to finish the season well at Ajax. We're in a title fight at the moment with PSV, with 4 points before them now, and a cup final still ahead. So he wants to focus on finishing the season well, but he also wants to know what the plan is from United. He at Ajax, he has the veto when Overmars was still there. Only players would come to our squad, to our team, if he was for it, and Overmars was also for it. If one of them was against the player coming, they would not be signed. So maybe you have to know this from your management also. If he gets like this role within Manchester United, if he can decide what he wants to do and which players he wants to sign. And in the media, it's said that this is something that he is also talking about with the management. And that it were positive talks, but there were still some things to be talked about.
Okay. All right. See this. All right. This is sounding all right. I like how this is going, but now we need to ask about another one of our kids. I would say that this used to be Flex. Did we have like dual custody of Rashford, or was it just mine? What are we doing right now?
No, I'd say it's yours. Yeah, I like it. I don't even like doing this because it seems like if I say one's yours and it seems like I don't like it. It's not that.
Because you're not even trying to get dual custody, bro. You're just saying raw. You don't even want
you can be a single parent with that. Yeah. You don't. Yeah. You don't need to be joint custody.
Who's the daddy here now? Who's the daddy?
I'm the daddy here. So wait, I can't believe Flex has just thrown the kid out like that. I can't believe it. But I'm gonna ask about Rashford. Where do you see it going for Rashford under Ten Hag? Rashford's not had a coach in his career. I think again we say Mourinho. Then we had Oli. I don't think he's really been. That's been the argument. Could he turn it round? Do you see a future for Rashford under this manager, and where would he be playing?
Most definitely. And I have to be honest, I watched the last game against Leicester, and I was like baffled what I saw. You know, it looked like there were like the keeper and 10 separate islands on the pitch. There's no tactics behind it and no cooperation between the players. Even when they were pressing, one was pressing, others were falling back. This is a problem, and with Ten Hag, you will definitely know that he will streamline this, and that he will make sure that every player knows what his role will be. And with Rashford, it's the same. You know, I think he needs the confidence, the same as Pogba. They're quality players, and I still firmly believe that if you're a quality player, that eventually the quality will come out. You know. And it's up to the coach to streamline this and bring them the right tactics and also the confidence to play and play well. And for me, Pogba and Rashford are both quality players, and I do see a big future for them still at the club. But Paul has to regain his confidence. And if I remember him playing at Juventus and I remember him playing at, I believe, France squad, he's always close to the strikers, you know, like a deep 10. And because Bruno came to your club, he actually needed to, fill in a different kind of role a bit. So with the competition of Bruno, he doesn't have the same position as he's used to at Juventus or at the French squad. And I think that is where his strength lies. So you can also consider, and this is a question for you two guys, you can play with Fred. And I know there's some criticism on Bruno, his defensive load, but he could also be a perfect player to play that Donnie role, you know, like connecting the defense with the attack and with his passing. But he should improve his defensive load. He could also fill in that role and make room for Pogba. But it's difficult with so many quality players for so much positions at your club, man.
Yeah, I think Pogba's going to be gone. He's done. I think he's done. He's gonna take a new contract somewhere else. And actually, there's still something that says I want to say like, yeah, you know, new manager, get Pogba going, get the fit. But sometimes you just have to go, listen, he's 29, it's his last big contract. We're not going to win now. You know what I mean? We're not. Like, he needs to go off and do what he needs to do. We need a whole clear thing.
Don't you think Ten Hag should have a light 45-minute conversation with him?
I know what you mean. But then you could say that about a lot, though. You could say that like, Martial's going to come back from Sevilla. You never know. Like, maybe you could get him going. Like, when do we start saying we want a whole new thing? Just a whole new thing.
You know,
I'm not against that.
You know what I do not understand? I saw a rumor today, and he's a great player, that you guys are maybe interested in Danjuma from Villarreal.
Yeah.
Why another winger, man? Why another attacker? Why? I just don't understand. You just got this new guy, you know, from Sweden. He's coming up. You still have Rashford. You still have the guy that came from Borussia Dortmund. What was his name? Sancho. Yes. You have so many options in front, and you have to count on Ten Hag making it work with them. But there are other.
Well, we just want one more. We just want one more winger. He goes by the name of Anthony. I don't know if you know him.
You know him, but stay away from him. We need him.
What have you made of that, Ajax? Because in the press today, we were getting reports that, you know, if Ten Hag comes, he wants to bring Anthony. You know, he's not even here. He's not even here yet, and we're getting so much stuff. There was talks that we're working on a deal for Calvin Phillips, but Ten Hag has been consulted about that, and he's got the veto on the play. Like, he's not even here, and we're getting crazy stories. So the truth is probably again somewhere in the middle. But how do you feel about from your side? Are you hearing anything or feeling anything that he will try and bring players with him?
Yeah, I've heard the same rumors as you, like Timber and Anthony. But still, Ten Hag is a realistic manager, and I think he will have to analyze what kind of players he has in the squad already. And I cannot see him bringing in another winger without somebody leaving, you know. So this is the problem in my opinion. Also, you guys like to sign big player names, you know, like big players that do well. But is it actually the position that you guys need the player for? You could better have spent like the 80 million or 90 million euros on Sancho, on some defensive players that could help out. And this is the problem, you know. Fans and maybe the management also get excited by big names, but do you really need them at that position? I do not think so. I think other positions are better strengthened. And for example, Timber would be a deal for you guys. Maybe with Varane next to him because he's a little bit taller. Timber is like 180, I think, but he's a real baller. And you will not see anybody like him in the passing play, dancing around people pressing him. He's so comfortable with only the age he is. But I have to disappoint you, KG, before you get really excited. Timber will still play at our club next year, but maybe Anthony is an option at the end of the season for the right amount of money.
What you don't think Timber would want to move with his manager? You want to say, you know what, I want a new challenge. What's his contract looking like? Is he secured? Is he like 3-4 years down? What's going on?
Can he be tempted? Is what you're asking.
I'm not sure exactly, but a few years still, I think. But he's so young, and it's his first full season in the squad. He's doing terrific. He's also at the national squad now. And I think because he's such a young player still, he's like 18 or 19 years old, he still has to play a little bit more to get more confidence and more experience. And this is the bad thing with players leaving too soon from the club, you know. Sometimes they're too immature still, and they get placed on the bench, and you just not see them anymore. And this is quite a problem.
All right, I understand that. Now, this is another one of our kids that we have joint custody of. Yeah, me and Flex, don't try it because
I won't.
Right, David De Gea. A lot of people are talking about Ten Hag's approach, his philosophy, and saying maybe David De Gea might end up like Joe Hart, not in the team. He's the first one to be pulled. What are you seeing? You've seen David De Gea, and you've seen how he plays. Is he someone that could get into the team?
You know, like distributing the play and being like an extra player in the defense with building up. This is something he has to work on. But let's be honest, man. If David De Gea wasn't in your squad this season, you guys would have been a lot lower in the league and maybe even not in the Champions League anymore. This guy, you should give him a statue in front of the stadium. He's one of the most proper players in the squad up until now, and he has been pivotal for you guys. Also, that save he made against Leicester this weekend, he saved again. So for me, he's one of the most terrific keepers in the world still. Yes, he can maybe improve with his distribution and the passing play, but this is something also you can train a bit. So I have more confidence for him staying in the team than Maguire.
Ooh, that's a big one. But then how much of a problem is that for Ten Hag though? So with your keeper and how you play, you know, you look at City and you look at Liverpool with the distribution and stuff like that. How much do you guys use your keeper? And for Ten Hag, would he be asking for something extra in that department for David De Gea? Or would he kind of say, listen, David De Gea has been here 10 plus years. He's just the guy. Like, I'll work around it.
Let's be honest, Flex. Every professional footballer should have the ability to deliver a pass, you know. If you give me the ball, I'm not a professional. I can still deliver it like 10, 15 meters to another player, you know, if they're free. So this is something that is the basics that you need as a professional footballer. And with some players, they're lacking it a bit still, without any names dropping here. But in your defense, you know. But the keeper, I can see him doing this. And you cannot really train like reflexes a little bit more, you know. This is some basic qualities you have. And he is a terrific keeper on the line, and he saves a lot of almost certain goals. So the other things are trainable, but I do think he's quality. I cannot see him, playing another goalkeeper at your club at the moment.
Didn't he when he first came into Ajax? We'll get to that question, Flex. Yeah. That's you still. When he first came to Ajax, didn't he change the goalkeeper? But there was a bit of a scandal with one of your goalkeepers.
Let's not talk about that. We had a problem with Onana, and he took the wrong pill. You know,
oh my God! No way. Sorry.
His wife is pregnant, and the story is he wanted to take an aspirin, but he took, I do not know the English word for it, but it's a peeing pill or something when a woman is pregnant, you know, that it helps regulate it or something. He took the wrong pill. He thought it was an aspirin, and he got banned for like initially 12 months. And with after the court trial, it went to 9 months. So we were out the goalkeeper, and our club just bought 2 old goalkeepers, like 38 and 39 years old, 2 grandpas. One is Remco Pasveer, who came from Vitesse, I believe, and the other one is Maarten Stekelenburg. You guys maybe know him still from the Premier League. and he got injured, and now Pasveer is injured also, and now Onana is just back from his ban and is in the goal again. So we have a little bit of problems in that area.
All right.
I did not know none of that.
Rob, listen. When I'm telling you now, I've watched, you see all the goals that he scored last season? I watched all of it. I watched the long comp, fam. I need to know what we're getting. I have to prepare myself. But Flex, you have a key question.
Yeah, super chat here from Keegan. First of all, big up Keegan, says no lies were told. DJ says Pillgate. Yeah, it's very nuts. It's very, very nuts. And James, I did just see James. James says, sorry, I'm late to the 99K party. 100%. What? And you know what? What a perfect show to celebrate 99K. Obviously, the real celebration is coming in 1K's time. You know what I mean? When we hit the 100K. What I will say, just quickly before we carry on with the show, smash a like on the video if you haven't done already. I know you lot are enjoying it, but we got nearly 1,500 people watching and only 300 likes. We can do better than this.
Come on, man. That's 20%. Like quick maths, it's 20%. Come on, man. Pump up.
There you go. That was extreme. I couldn't do any percentages with that one. I could only say the real numbers. That was quick maths. I wouldn't have been able to do that.
My score's in special measures, so we're not going to talk about my maths.
Talk to me about this, Ajax, because someone just put it in the comments as well, and we were going to talk about this. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ten Hag, like you said to me many times in a couple of videos that we've done, he hasn't got the experience of working with the big superstars at the big club. This is going to be new for him. Does Cristiano Ronaldo fit into what Ten Hag's trying to do? And do you think Ten Hag would accept having one of the GOATs of the game around him? Or ideally, would he like a younger, more fresher player that he could try and mold?
If I have to guess, I think he will do fine with Ronaldo. He's the GOAT, he's one of the greatest of all time. And if Haller at our club, who failed in England, can be such a baller and scoring so many goals with 9 proper players around him that can play ball, and he being the target man and finishing off most of the goals, Ronaldo can do this also. If Ten Hag is able to make the team work around him, not solely around him, but just telling him, Cristiano, I do not need to tell you how to play football. You know how to play proper football. I want to know that when we deliver you the ball, that you score me some goals. And he will probably tell you, Geffer, no problem, I will score you 20 or 30. And he will make sure that the people around him will distribute him crosses, will have some combination play with him, but he has to bring it. If he doesn't bring it, there will be problems. But I cannot believe Cristiano not finishing off a few goals each season. He went to Portugal for this little trip. He came back. He demolished Tottenham, I believe, with 3 goals. So Cristiano in good form can still be of a great value for Man United.
Manja Sandy says Ajax has spoken. Aman says big up Flex. Met him in Kazakhstan. Good to see you doing well, my bro. That was a wicked trip to Kazakhstan, to Astana. Coldest place hands down I've ever been to. It was like -20, -25. It was insane. But yeah, big up.
They asked this big question because Haller's known for, they say he joins in with the press. You've seen Ronaldo play so far. Could Ronaldo do what Haller's doing in regards to pressing?
I think he can, because he's fit, and he's quicker than Haller, and he's more agile than Haller still at this age. There are different players, but Haller is putting in the work. And is this because of Ten Hag? I cannot say for sure, I'm not with the team, but he is putting in the work. And if Ronaldo is willing to put in some work also, why not? If Haller can do it, he's above him physically, technically, and still at his age probably a little bit fitter than him. So I do think this is possible. But the real question is, what does Cristiano want? Is he willing to work a little bit harder? And
big question, yeah. Big question. That's true. What does he want? Josh Waring says Rennie Mullenstein with Ten Hag will get the best out of CR7. Shout out to Ajax for the proper Dutch pronunciation. Say our manager's name.
How do we say it? How do we say it? Flex, me and you can go to Dutch school right now.
Let's try. Me pronouncing it, and you try to pronounce it also. It's not Ten Hag with a double A, It's not Ten Hag, like a little Haag. No, it's like Erik Ten Hag.
All right, he's gonna go first.
Strong G.
Go. Wait, Eric. Wait, hold on. Eric.
Try to be angry. Try to be angry.
Eric. And
clear your throat.
Flex, I'm the only one trying in this class, bro. Step up to the mantle, bro.
Come on, Flex, do it.
Eric Ten Hag.
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag.
It's gonna be nuts. No one's gonna do it. No one's gonna be able to do it.
Eric, I'm gonna call him Eric because this is
gonna Eric. Yeah, he's gonna be called Eric.
It's gonna be a strong Eric for me because. No, let's try it again because listen, you know, with the Nigerian names and people don't pronounce it properly and they just they call you Stephen or something. John, bro, let's work on this one more time. Give it
Eric Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag.
Eric. No, we have to start with the beginning, bro. Flex, we're not ready to. You're trying to run before we can.
All right, go on.
Start with the first one. Eric. Flex, your turn.
Eric.
10, like 10, you know, 9, 10. Eric 10.
Eric 10.
Like 10, you know, 10.
10.
Yeah, Eric 10.
That's the hardest bit. The hard bit's the hard bit. That's the big issue I've got here.
I won't judge you guys, you know. I'm not fluent in English. I have the Dutch accent, you know, so...
Nah, your English, bro, your English is better than ours, bro.
It's way better. Wait. Okay, so just to move things on, I don't think we got it, but I'm going to play this back like Rosetta Stone, and hopefully I get that. I need to ask you this question. There's a lot of trauma in the Man United fan base when it comes to press conferences.
Yeah.
Ollie, I like to describe him as vibes and lies. Rangnick has been different. I would say Rangnick tells too much truth. Rangnick is one that will tell you exactly what he's feeling and exactly what he did that morning. What can we expect from Eric?
Let's just call him Eric.
What can we expect from him? What kind of press conferences? Is he one that's like very upfront with the information? What's his style? What's he like when you lose a game? How does he speak then?
He is like quite critical, you know. I've told this to Flex in the past. Even when we won against like Borussia Dortmund 4-0, he was like telling what could have been better in the game, you know, like cheering at the end, like we got the win. And also, if people call him out with bullshit questions, he just slays them down. Just like not going to answer that. He's not bullshitting, you know. He's not wasting any time with the press conferences, and he's being quite firm. Like, you asked me this question many times before, I'm not going to give you an answer to it. So he's not going to do some bullshit answers in the media. He's quite, firm with his answers and without much bullshit. So very down to earth. It's also a little bit where we are known from, you know, in Holland, like the down to earth people, and he's like that also. So the English might be a little bit of a problem because I've heard him speak English a little bit, and it has become a little bit better, but he has to work on it. So this could be a bigger problem than like the way he handles the press conferences. Bro,
we just get some London done like what Bielsa got, man. That guy's from London, bro. He's just interpreting. Remember Bielsa's at Leeds, bro. He's got that London done next to him, just interpreting the thing.
No, I don't want that.
No, but at the beginning, if he needs it for a little bit, then he might have to run in it.
He's not, and this is just a little joke. He's not as bad as Donnie is in his first interviews, you know, because he was quite bad with his English. We saw some things back in Holland. We were like, okay. But he's better than that. But he has a Dutch accent much more than I have. I have it a little bit, but he has it like major. But he can just talk with you guys, and it's not as bad maybe as Louis van Gaal, like with the vocabulary. But here he's proper Dutch man, like.
Okay. Let me just get these. Let me get these super chats out. Victor Liang says Ten Hag targets Timber and Neves. It's going to be hard trying to just drop. We have to start trying to drop it casually. We've got to start acting like it's a thing. We have to just. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to just drop it in.
You have to do it strong at first, and like play it down a little bit during the season. Then you have to.
Okay. So start strong. All right, cool. Ten Hag, the targets Timber and Neves. I would not be surprised if Ten Hag calls Frankie De Jong, which is a dream sign. And big up Flex KG and Dutch Ten Hag. And Lil Yo-Yo says, imagine getting punched in the dugout saying Ten Hag.
Yeah.
And Keegan says, say it with your chest. We've been trying to.
We're trying our best. We're trying our best. I just want to hear. Oh my goodness! Don't you want to hear? What's his name? Say it. Oh man, you know the one that calls you Fleck. He's Ricky. Ricky will ruin.
Nah, Ricky would call him Ten Hag, as in ARG. Ten Hag. Yeah.
Telling you now, Fleck.
Ten Hag. You say Ten Hag. It'll be one. That's one word. TENARG. Ten Hag.
Hey, Flex, I know you're the host, right? But I do have a question for you guys, if I'm able to.
Of course, bro. You're a guest.
Okay, great. Because I've had this question that I want to ask you both. Like the situation at Man United at the moment, you know, coming with a new manager now again, Ten Hag, hopefully for you guys coming next season. For you both, what would be the ideal ending of the first season for him? What do you expect from him? And what would you be happy with ending at the end of the season, you know? Because I think it will be, he needs time, you know, several years to build on the new Man United. But you, as hardcore fans, what are your expectations? What would you be happy with?
KG, you want to go first?
Yesterday, I said 9th, and I watched the show with Owen.
9th? You said 9th?
Yeah, I said 9th. Yeah, because
9th?
Bro, listen, I watched the show with Owen today.
Top six, before 6.
Owen was like,
9th.
KG, you're a liar, basically. Owen pretty much called me out on what I said, yeah? And I was listening to it back, and I was like, maybe I've tried to be too level-headed. So what I'm gonna say now is the lowest finish 7th. The lowest finish, I would say 7th. Because I believe that he has to teach our players, our guys, how to pass, and we don't know how to do. We don't play like you. With all the goals I've seen you guys score, we can't do that. We can't do that. So I know that's going to take a long time to fix that. So this is why I would say a 7th place finish. I don't expect any. I would like us to try and go as far as we can in the cups. I don't know how seriously he takes cups, but I like us to go. He takes them serious, right?
We're in the final again for the several years after in progression, like last year, the year before. So we're winning a lot of cups. We only have one in Holland, you know, not like you. You have like 20. So
yeah, we got mad cups. So does he not? Does he start at the beginning of the cup run? Does he start like a B team, or does he play off first 11? What is that? What's his thing?
You know what the difference is with Holland and England. Even the lower tier teams in like the 2nd division, the 3rd division, they're still pretty good, and there usually can be an upset. You know, like they beating a high Premier League team. In Holland, we really have amateurs. So sometimes we play against like really bad teams. Then he just puts in like 2nd tier players. But if we play against the proper teams in the Eredivisie, like a PSV or Feyenoord or AZ, for example, he will play the more basic like 11 that you always play with, and he will try to finish with a win.
All right, Flex. What are you saying? You have to answer this question.
I think it's difficult to do it now because I need to see. No. I'm going to answer it. But what I'm saying is, if he has a summer, let's say he has a summer where he wipes out loads of players, like completely gets like 5 young, unheard of players that we really don't know anything about. My expectation level is going to be a lot less than if he keeps a lot of what we've got and only adds like 2, so we've got some real good quality there. Do you know what I'm saying? I think if Pogba leaves, when Martial leaves, Cavani, it's different. You need to see who we get. But for me, I would say top 6. I would say top 6 is acceptable. And if we're talking about a full clean-cut rebuild, whole new way of playing, completely unidentifiable Manchester United from now till the end of next season, if it's with Ten Hag, I would say that. And I would also say that whoever the new manager is, but it looks like it's going to be Ten Hag, he has to get the balance right of showing us just enough that, like, look, we haven't challenged for the big trophies. I know that, but look what I've done. Like, look at your team. Don't try and tell me that that's the same team you saw 12 months ago. We need to be able to have a clear look at the team. Like Ajax is saying, there's a clear way that Ten Hag wants to play. I need to see that early. I think we need a balance of that. But that is going to take time because, like you said, everyone was on about Ranić when he first come here. Gegenpress, he's going to do all this, he's going to do all that. 4-2-2. And the guy tried to do it. The guy tried to do it for about 4 games and went, fuck this. No.
Yeah. Where is that coming from, you know? Why? What is happening? Sorry, go ahead, KG.
This is why I'm going to ask you this question, because I'm going to be real with you and I want to know what you think, how Ten Hag will deal with the situation. Yeah, we got a lot of snakes at the club. Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way to break this down. We got a lot of snakes at the club, and you're gonna notice their level of snaking now that this manager's been announced. You're gonna see running and commitment like you've never seen it before. But they decide to stop. At some point they're like, you know what, nah, and then they go again when the goal goes in against them or there's 3 minutes left of a match. Yeah. How is he going to deal with players that do not do what he wants to do? How's he going to...
Has he got the personality for it?
Yeah. How will he deal with players that are not running? We have issues with people pressing. We have issues with literally a mentality. There's a mentality issue at this club. How do you reckon he deals with that? And is he one to inspire the players?
That's a very, very great question, KG. And I can only answer by telling you what I've seen in our team, you know. And everybody's working their butts off in our team, you know, doing their part. And if you're lacking it, you get dropped. But he's very loyal to his first 11 if they're performing and they're working hard. But you have to show it. And yeah, for me, I think if he comes at Man United and some people are lagging there, some players are lagging and not trying their hardest, you know, he will call them out for it. And they have to make a choice. Do you want to be part of the team or are you going to be on the bench? And these are some harsh decisions that he has to probably make in the first weeks. And we will have to see what the mentality is at the club. And this was actually the question I wanted to ask you guys before you asked yours to me. What is with your club that if a manager comes like Ranić and he wants to do the gegenpress, that he drops it after a few weeks? Where is the problem within the club? Is it from the management? Are there? I've heard you speak about this before. Like persons that think they're entitled to something. This is a dangerous situation, you know. Do you have a lot of players at the club that think they are entitled to something, or they have a big say at the club towards the managers? Because I get the feeling this is the case, you know, and I'm not the expert like you guys, but what is happening? Where is it coming from?
Yeah, there's definitely, I think the profile of player we've got is a massive problem. So, i.e. the style that these players are used to, which is under Ollie, it was somewhat trying to play on the counter at times. Yes, when Ollie first came in, he done a 4-3-3 and we had a little bit of joy, but that quickly turned into our best performances would come from the counter attack. Dan James on one side, Rashford on the other, go for it. Martial through the middle, whatever. That's what happened for a bit. But when someone like Ranić comes in, instantly we could see that type of style didn't fit the players that we had. I remember looking at Bruno when we were saying tucked in, but he has to go run out to the right, wouldn't work. Rashford playing in central areas, doesn't work. Maybe Jadon Sancho could probably most adapt to it out of all of them. It just didn't work. And I think it's because our players are used to one way of playing and are not very adaptable. And on top of that, like you said there, that sense of entitlement. Me and KG talk about this all the time. Entitlement, I always say, just in normal life is just a dangerous thing, whether it's with your friends, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your household, whether it's in your family, and especially when it's at work, i.e. with the footballers. So the entitlement of, you know, well, I'm on a big contract. It's cool. I'll just ride this out. This manager's not going to be here that long. Like, say, supply teacher. Don't need to run around. Don't need to change this whole way. What's the point? In May, it's going to change again. So that entitlement of, I'll still be here. I'll work it out later. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big aspect of it. And it actually forced Ralph, if we're being honest, it was a mixture of the system wasn't right for the players, and he could see the mentality of the players, both of those components, made him change it. So that's what's going to be really. That's why when KG's saying what, or when you're asking what's the expectation for next year, I'm like, boy, if he keeps a lot of those players, it's going to be extremely hard, I think, to get them to play the way he wants them to play. It's either going to take very long or they need to change. And I think it's the latter. We need to change these players.
I deeped it. So I was in, you know me, I was in Tesco, did my greatest in fruit and veg aisle, yeah? And I was like, why? What happened under Rangnick? And the biggest issue that he had is Rangnick came in wanting to be the manager, yeah? He didn't come in with consultant and the end plan in mind. He came in with the thought, I want this job. I've never had a job as big as this. Let me do what I need to do. So I think he started to form friendships or do things that might be unnatural to him because he had to quickly make these guys love him in a short space of time.
You think he tried to form friendship? I think it's the opposite.
I think he wanted to, in the beginning, obviously he changed his mind quickly, but remember when they asked him about, so are you going to go upstairs, this, that, and the other?
Yeah.
He didn't come here to be the interim manager. Ralph wanted the Man United job.
Okay.
So then the goals and how we would approach it probably was different. So now when he's there, I think his aim or how he's speaking to the players, he just said, you know, whatever can get me, I'm going to go against what I know. I'm going to swim against the current because I know I usually want to play this style, but I might lose these players and that hampers my chances of getting this job. So do you know what I'm going to do? How do you not want to play? I'm going to give you guys a shape or some organization and let's go with that. And hopefully I get the job. Now he's realized very quickly that you saw what he came out.
They throw you under the bus no matter what formation you play.
It's very scathing when he said these players, in a sense, he basically called them shit. He said these players, we've got a lot of technical players, but they lack physicality and they lack.
He says it all the time. In almost every press conference, he talks about physicality. Let me just get these super chats out and then you can carry on. One second. Red Baron says, I'm very confused as to why Ten Hag wants the job though. Yeah, that was all right. We know United is run so badly. Perhaps the worst of the big clubs. Is it an ego thing of why he wants this job? Ajax, hold that thought. We'll come back to that. Keegan says, we will be happy with progress. Table positioning is a consequence of the type of ball we play. It will take time. 100% agree with you. Plus time to get the right players as well. Yeah, that's what exactly that, Keegan. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's all going to take time. Depending on who we buy is going to change, or who we sell or keep or whatever is going to change my, do you know what I mean? Expectation. I'm far off being able to say.
No, but I think that's dangerous, Flex. I think because what if he has a wicked summer? I think us fans need to like just be realistic.
Well, I'm comfortable with top 6 then, as it stands. I'm comfortable with that. I think that's a fairly, do you know what I mean? Red Baron says the fans will get behind Ten Hag, not the players. Well, that's we don't want any player power. That's what we've been saying. And carry on, KG.
Yes, I think that's I think those are the issues. But why they won't be able to do this with Eric is purely for the man. He's got a 5-year contract. He's gonna be here, and he gets to say, like, I'm hearing the only reason that he hasn't signed so far is because he wants definitive power on who comes and who goes. So if I say I want someone to leave, they have to go, no matter who it is. I think he's not willing to sign purely on that, and I like the sound of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not a stupid guy, you know. Maybe if you hear him talk English, you think, okay, where's the intelligence, you know, because of the way he talks. But he's a very intelligent guy. He analyzes a lot. He knows how he wants the team to play. He thinks about the game a lot, and he analyzes also when he's at home, you know. So you can imagine that he has a plan for United, and he is like thinking now probably, I want to have the certain the things that I can do at the club without somebody else deciding against it, you know. Because if he gets dropped and the management thinks, wow, let's get Danjuma, you know, and here is Danjuma, you know, and he just wants a defender or defensive midfielder, or he wants another position. I can understand as a manager that you want to decide what kind of players you want in your team. Let's be honest, he also has to cope with Maguire already, you know. Maybe he can cover it up with a few players, but if he gets dropped a lot more players that he doesn't like, it will be a problem. So I understand this is important for him, and that he's trying to negotiate these terms to get the contract like he wants it to. Because in the end, let's be honest, if it doesn't go well, he's the one who gets blamed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
100%.
David T says, imagine Ten Hag benches Donnie for Andreas. Imagine that. I mean, I think Andreas has actually gone on a permanent. I don't think the club ever announced it. I remember reading that he'd gone. I still don't know about that one.
He's going to be back for pre-season doing his...
Imagine. I'm going to see him in Thailand. Pre-season tour, bro. But yo, Andreas, what you saying, man? Missed you, bro. What you saying?
I should come to Thailand, you know, Fleck.
Huh?
Thailand. When is the pre-season tour?
Are you coming?
I should come, you know.
If you come, I'll just go at a different time to you. I'm not staying with you.
Wait, when are they going, Fleck?
12th of July, the game against Liverpool is. You're coming to Thailand?
I should come in it. That would be wicked.
I'll be insane.
Oh, I should come. I think I should. Wait, how long are we going to be out there for?
Wait, I don't think you should decide this now live on air. I think you need to go away, see what your schedule is.
We're filming Ted Lasso, but I know I can get a cheeky one. I'm coming.
Wow. You heard it here, sure.
Yeah. Exclusive. KG, if there are any Thai viewers watching now, anyone in Bangkok right now, KG is on his way. United View meet and greet out there. All right, that would be sick. Well, let's see what happens. The ref Diego Costas says, just wanted to say big up Flex and KG. You guys always make my day, always take me away from my real life issues to talk about United. Love, lads, big love, lads. Appreciate that, man. That is what the football community should be about. That's what this space should be about. So big up to you. The fact that, you know, we make you feel like that. That's good.
I just want to come. Flex. Yeah,
I will try to see my schedule, man. I know the food and the weather is great there, so these are some pluses, you know.
100%. KG's doing that one. You seen that? What's that American guy who does the memes where he goes around with the rappers and he's like, "Get me 50 bottles of Magnum, get me 100 bottles of Ciroc, put it on his tab." You know what that is? That's 50 Cent. Put it on his tab. That's you.
All right, no, but let's talk about.
One sec. Hey, says, shout out to this channel for inviting an Ajax fan. Yep, Ajax has been on plenty of times before. Big up. I take Ten Hag over Poch, but we'd need to drop at least half of them, to be honest. I agree with that. And yeah, we're good. What are you saying, KG?
All right, this is a question that I'll be remiss if I don't ask, because a lot of people have spoken about Bruno. This is another one of, I would say, we got joint custody over this player. People say that he's a bit the way he uses the ball, he doesn't care. He's very frivolous. He's frivolous with possession. Could you see him working for a manager like Ten Hag? Or is it?
That was the worst one. That's been the worst one today. So unnatural. It's so unnatural.
Bro, it's new to me, bro.
Yeah, but you've got to try and just like sneak it in. You've just yeah.
All right, wait. Ajax is gonna give us a grade at the end of this.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Yeah, but all right, but what are you saying with Bruno though? Because some people don't believe that he's got a space in this team.
You know what? The problem goes deeper than that, KG. And I'm trying to. Well, I will talk about it briefly. The difference in style at your club. You know, you play more of a counter type of football with big spaces between the players. You know, while Ten Hag at Ajax is combining with a lot of triangles. Everywhere you go, there are triangles on the field with the players close together playing combination football. Bruno is always, if he gets the ball, he's looking. It's like a hot potato for him, you know. Where can I distribute it to fasten the play and maybe get a counter or put somebody in position? These kind of plays take a lot of risk. I do believe with his quality, if you saw him play in the Portugal squad last time, he was even playing well with Ronaldo, you know, together. While at Man United, it didn't work. I believe with the style Ten Hag plays, he has so much quality in his passing play that he can also play combination football. But I do think he plays this kind of football because the team is set up like this at the moment. So with a different style, a different play comes in. And you cannot judge him now on the play he needs to play next season. But a player like him, with his qualities, he can pass the ball. The biggest problem from him is defensive load, getting back into position, doing his defensive part when they get overrun, you know. This is something that he needs to work on. But the passing play, I do not see a problem with that. He's one of the better passes.
Yeah, let's go. Finally, because people were telling me that they're worried about his future. They're saying, look, the way he plays like there's only 5 minutes left in the game and this, that, and the other. There was a lot of talk. And they said he won't last in a Pep style side. He probably couldn't play for 10. But I'm happy to hear you say that. This is brilliant.
But we do, on the other side of that, though, I still feel we something we're going to have to be patient with. I do think, because I like I said, Bruno's been one of our most influential players since he's come. Like, for me, that contract extension, a lot of people disagreed with it. A lot. Some people disagreed with it because they just think he's poor and we can get better and he's not up to it. Some people disagreed with it because we haven't got, some people disagreed with it because we haven't got the new manager yet. And what if Ten Hag doesn't like him? Then we're stuck with him. So cool. It's fine. It's all about opinion. That you can't change people's opinions.
It's also important that you know that they combine well with each other. The striker Ronaldo in this case and Fernandes, because I saw a stat on ESPN last time that without Ronaldo in the team, he played 5 matches and scored 5 goals, Bruno. And with him in the team, his stats were way lower. So the tactics come into play then. Maybe Ronaldo wants to have all the balls or wants to be the big guy, and Bruno is just not that anymore.
And he's naturally going to look for him. Bruno's naturally going to look for Ronaldo at any cost.
And the individual is important, but the team is always more important than the individual. And this is something to be done.
The ref Diego says, big up to the man in the middle. Hup Holland.
It's a chant in Holland. Hup Holland, hup.
Okay, there you go.
Like a cheer, hup, like go Holland, go.
Okay.
Holland, hop.
There you go. And he also says, hopefully we can.
Say it, man.
Did. I said Hup Holland. Hup Holland, hup.
It's not a hub like internet. It's hup.
Oh, hup Holland, hup.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, again, one more time.
Yeah, why are you making me do it 4 times? You haven't done it once yet.
I'm getting. Wait.
Oh,
Hup, Holland, hup.
It sounds like you got hiccups, bro. Just allow it, man. Go drink some water. You got some hiccups, man. He says, hopefully we can make the World Cup final at least again this year. Yeah, big World Cup coming up as well for a lot of nations.
Actually an easy group, a fairly easy group with the Dutch squad. I cannot remember all the names, but we have Qatar and I believe 2 other smaller names. So we actually quite lucky with the draw.
Yeah. Do you think actually just like Dutch football in general, on the international level, you know, had to rebuild. Louis van Gaal came in, stabilized it, got you to the World Cup. Obviously, we have said before with Louis van Gaal with his battle with cancer. Obviously, you know what I mean, thoughts with him, and hopefully he's gonna beat that thing. He's gonna beat it. But how are you guys feeling?
Yeah, we're quite happy with what is happening with the squad, and he's trying to put in a different formation now, like I believe a 3-5-2 system. So he's trying to rebuild the squad now with all those friendlies that are happening, and we're playing okay. We drew against Germany 1-1, so that's a proper result because they are a big squad. And I do not have hopes that we're going to win it, but hopefully we can go far because there are some teams that are just out of this league at the moment. The French squad, they're proper. The German squad, always great. I'm happy that Italy didn't make it because they always do well.
Big tournaments there. They do.
You guys know this, right? So, hopefully we will perform well. But this is also something, you know, like Louis van Gaal is one of the greatest managers we've seen in Holland. And he's done well with Ajax in 94, 95. We all remember.
Amazing. Champions League, bro. Brought through Kluivert and then, man, unbelievable.
Yeah. Henry was on television lately, and he actually told that was his favorite squad all time. So he knows his football. And Louis van Gaal was the coach there. But also at Man United, he had a difficult time, you know. So your club is a special kind of club. It can be beautiful, but it can also be very difficult. So I'm very curious how Ten Hag will do, and if he can do better than all his previous managers before him. You know, it's
gonna look after him.
You guys go back to the stature that you belong to.
We're gonna look after him. We know that if we don't look after Ten Hag, is that good? Fleck.
I feel like you've got the most work to do on it. That's what I would say.
Wait, we're gonna look after him, but we don't. It's gonna be another, because we're getting close to 10 years. Yeah, we need this to work. We can't have another rebuild, and I can imagine that with a manager like this. Let's say if his style doesn't work in 3 years, he would have brought in technicians. He would have brought in a different style of play, and you're not gonna just. I don't think there's loads of managers that are like him that are walking around. So what would happen is the new manager will come in and say, you're not you don't fit the profile of player that I want. So then we have the same issue again. So we're in this. I said this situation pretty much is like buying a Victorian house and it's got issues. You might get into a room, it's got asbestos. Definitely. You might get into another room and it's a mess, but it can be great. It could be great. You just got to really see the vision. And at the moment, there's mad asbestos at this club.
It's facts. It's just facts. You cannot think about 10 years, with so many different managers and no results there. There's something fundamentally wrong in the club. And you guys both know what's the problem. The problem is the Glazers. The problem is the way the things are run at your club. And these are fundamental things that actually need to change first. But hopefully he's strong enough as a person that he can get some people on board and just restructure a little bit, because the last big personality you guys had was Alex Ferguson, and that guy was amazing.
Absolutely. Before we wrap up, because we're right at the end of the show, but there's a couple of super chats here, and they've been put to, this one's been put to you from Ray Diaz. It says, thanks for the Ten Hag insight, but for Ajax, you see that one? It's getting smoother, brother. Bro.
We're facing each other. Ajax has not said if we're good or not. He just
we'll wait for the final verdict.
We'll wait for our final grade.
But for Ajax, who's going to be the new manager?
Yeah, Flex, I'm going to take this question to give a shout out to our channel, because we actually published a video last night about the successor or the possible successor of Ten Hag.
Go check it out.
And panel member Sahbi, big up to him, and Juan the host. We did a video and we have exposed top 3 of possible successors we think would be best for Ajax. So I would like to refer you to that video, Ray. It's all in English, so if you like the club and you want to know a little bit more. But my personal favorite, I will tell you this, is Peter Bos. He was the manager that got us to the Europa League final that you guys eliminated us, with Mourinho. Yeah, it was painful. But he put us back on the map, before Ten Hag ball was happening. He laid some fundamentals also for the team that we played with last season. So I think his period at Ajax was cut short because he had a leftover of 4 managers at the club, 4 coaches that were Frank de Boer's assistants. Bergkamp was one of them, and a few others. And they were undermining him a little bit. So at the end of the season, he said, I want to bring in my own people because this isn't working. And they didn't agree on it, and he took the high road. He said, I'm leaving them. So I think he can bring a lot to the club, but he also needs time to bring his football. But he's my personal favorite. My fellow panel member chose somebody else. So you watch that video, and so a lot of information there.
Can I give you someone that I think will be awesome as well that you should put in the hat?
Tell me.
Ollie and Lampard. Lampard should be available soon. Ollie, again, the vibes are vibing. If you will enjoy any player that you want to stay, he will stay under Ollie. He'll sign a new contract. Ollie can sell. Ollie will get Anthony to sign a 10-year contract.
Great. Ollie come and let Ten Hag sign a new contract and be his assistant there.
You would prefer that. The ref Diego says, wish they gave the head manager of the Dutch team to Ruud van Nistelrooy. But obviously he's got the PSV job now as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Good luck to Ruud. I know that's the idea of them is to rival yourselves for the Dutch title, but I hope Ruud obviously does a great job there. And David T says, big up you lot and the Ajax guy who is Ajax. I follow him on Twitter, and all of the links will be in the video description below, not only for the channel We Talk Ajax, but also Ajax's personal socials as well. Make sure you guys check him out on Twitter.
We need upgrade. We need our grade.
Yeah, we've come to the end of the show. Ajax, we'll finish with you. What's the grade saying for the
And don't just be nice to us. Don't be nice to Flex because you want to.
Let me pronounce it one more time. Erik ten Hag.
Erik ten Hag.
You're not getting away with this one. You go first now.
All right. And remember, I'm saying, don't just be nice to Flex because you want to come back. Don't worry. We ain't
no, you're coming back regardless of the grade.
We'll bring you back no matter what grade you want to give it. All right. Say it one more time, Sam. I can hear it. One more time. Let me.
Erik ten Hag.
Erik ten Hag.
Almost, if you drop the Japanese part at the end, like, then it's okay, you know? Like just...
Rubbish. I mean, what was even that? It's killed me.
He got Japanese out of Dutch.
I will give you, if you drop the Japanese part, I will give you a proper 7.5, man.
7.5? Okay.
That's quite high.
Drop the Ten Hag. Just Ten Hag.
Drop the Ten Hag. All right.
Yeah, you, Flex. Go ahead.
Go on, Flex.
Erik ten Hag.
That's quite good. It's better than KG one. So
yes.
I give you a 7.5, 8 already now.
No, this is not fair, bruv. This is corruption, fam. I want to take you to VAR, but anyway, listen. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, man. It's been wicked.
Yeah, 100%. Ajax, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. We will obviously talk again on here. Everybody loves having you on here. Actually, some of the guys that we are we talk Ajax, they said to me, should we be worried? Are you taking Ajax? They said, what is it? Is it when's the transfer window opening? What's happening?
Oh, we need you.
Yeah, I said, no, don't worry, Ajax. He belongs to Ajax, and we to Ajax.
We just want his manager. We just want his manager.
Yeah, exactly. But no, big up to everyone for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we reached 99K, which is unreal. 1,000 left. 1,000. I'm gonna look directly at you. Yeah, 1,000 subscribers left to go to 100K. It's an amazing journey already, and it's about to get capped off by 100K. And I can't wait to share it with you guys and the team. We're all buzzing. We're all waiting for it. So make sure you guys hit subscribe if you haven't. Big push from now to the end of the season to get 100K. We are out of here. Peace.
See you in Thailand.
Bye-bye.